Hi guys, good morning. Today is the 14th of April, 2026. CRAZII Global Market Talk with KEL. CRAZII anytime, anywhere. All right, guys, thank you for coming in this morning. Because in the later part of the morning, I need to rush to do some errands, so that's why we do the sharing earlier this morning. We did underline, but of course, some people may have missed it, so it's okay. We'll still continue the session regardless, yeah? Okay, today we have a lot of data to go through, so let's go into it right now. And same thing again, disclaimer apply as usual. Please kindly do your risk management as it is. Okay, look at the fundamental. Okay, now US began blockage in Straits of Hormuz. All right, Trump wants Iran attack ships to stay away. That's interesting. Now, last night the stock market recovered 1,000 points. That is really incredible, and that is why I say yesterday the market will recover, because US will not allow themselves to be in the position to be threatened. And I told you guys that the market will rebound for the US market and gold market. And of course, we profited last night. So congratulations to those who have followed in. Yeah, very, very important. So you can see right now that US begins the blockage in the Strait of Hormuz. And Donald Trump says that Iran, they attack ships to stay away. Now, of course, we all know that the thing is this. Just over the weekend, when Vance was in Iran talking to them, and then now there's no deal, so he walked off, and the market opened with a lower opening price, right? Then after that, in the afternoon, Donald Trump came in and tell the whole world that, you know what, Iran has came back in again and want to negotiate. So really, we all know that this is really a lot of BS going on, because how can it be possible when you argue so much on Sunday and then Monday you change? Come on, man. And to me, it's the oil price gap up, so it's to the advantage of the Iranian. Why would the Iranian want to do a peace talk out of nowhere on a Sunday when they fail to do that? So to me, it's a lot of BS, and I think you should understand where am I coming from. And of course, with that, we can see that the market decided to do a big comeback, okay, wiping out all the losses in the morning. So the index, like S&P, up by 1% by the end of the day. The Nasdaq up by 2.3%, and the Dow Jones added 301 point. Now it came off 400 points lower. Yeah, so this is really incredible and very interesting. Stocks like Oracle, stock like this Palantir, they rallied. Now we all know that now Oracle, this share has been slammed down by a lot of this analysts. Okay, I'll talk about this shortly. And Palantir, who is actually now the target board for Michael Burry. Michael Burry believed that Palantir is overbought. Okay, very interesting. Talk about them later. Yeah, let me just highlight to you for a while. Okay. All right, good morning to you from Thailand. It should be Dr. Shah, if I'm not wrong. Okay, good morning to you. So you can see that the S&P 500 was trading at about 6,830. That was back in March itself. And March sell down all the way to the low end, which is about 6,300. And now within quite a short period of time, we have recovered almost everything. So once again, this shows the power of money. And this time around, we caught it. And I hope that you guys have made money from here, yeah? Okay, so this is very crazy, because you can see here, the negotiation on Sunday went no deal. Then now next thing changed, things have returned back to top. So I don't buy this. Yeah, that's all I can tell you that. Okay, so this is Palantir. Now Palantir, as we know, is a very, very powerful technology company. They do a lot of this what they call high-tech stuff, including, I heard, if I'm not wrong, weaponry. So I cannot be sure, but we all know that now the thing is this. This counter now is at $132. Now I remember this counter is at $8 to $10 for a long period of time. Then it holds 15, and that's where it just shoot up. Yeah. Let me see the chart here. Here we go. 1 year chart. Yeah. Okay, it's still not far away. So it was somewhere around here when it was at $21. And then after that, it went all the way ballistic, all the way to 210 times. My God. Okay. So Michael Burry thinks that this counter should come back down to $100 or lower. This is very interesting because he said that the company, the accounting itself is very creative. That's what he says. Now, Oracle, as you know, this counter has been, hey, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Now, Oracle is another counter, okay, that was really hit down. It was trading at 300 at one time, okay? That was last year in October. And now it slammed down all the way to 155, slashed by 50%. Now, the thing is this, there's a lot of players believe that Oracle is in cash flow issue, and they suspect that this will actually bring it down to below $100. So these two stock out of nowhere rebounded. While, Donald Trump did that BS thing, I felt that something is not correct. Okay, so Oracle is the counter that really lead the software stocks, but I don't think it will last. Okay, this is my personal view. Now, Intel is one counter that we shared before, right? Ever since the White House came in and get involved with Intel, the stock have been going really crazy. And next time, if you've ever seen this happen again, you should know what to do. Yeah, this counter has soared 58%. All right, this is really, really within just 9 trading days. Really incredible momentum here itself. Really. Oil price basically go back to $100 after the initial upthrust to 105. Okay, but of course, it was at $92, $94 before the deal break down on Sunday. So the question is this: as long as the crude oil stays above $100, that means that the inflation will still stay high. And every single day this thing drags, the inflation will keep on creeping in, because you can understand if it's short term, the impact is just temporary. But if it's going to be long term, this is going to hit us, all of us, at the same time. Because if you remember, back in 2008, when the oil price hit from 100 to 147, the period of time was also quite a while. And after that, we saw flight increase prices, we see oil increase prices, transportation, inflation, everything went up. So that's why it is very possible that, it's just going to drag longer than expected, right? All of us will feel the pain towards the end of the year. Not now, not immediate, but definitely towards the end of the year. Now, this is the dollar index. Okay, now dollar index, interestingly, now, despite the so-called peace deal didn't go through, but yesterday the dollar index actually dropped. All right, because the market, after what Donald Trump says, the dollar index was up first initially, and then it pulled back down. So no matter how it's up, right, it's very, very clear for US to save their own self in the time to come, they will have to bring the dollar down, okay? So if they had to bring the dollar down, that means that the gold price will still have to go up eventually. So that's why I felt that now there's a thing going to change in gold. So I'll talk about that shortly, yeah? So if the dollar is to come down, gold price will actually go up. So if we compare dollar and gold right now, okay, we could put them side by side. You can see that when the dollar comes back down, all right, the gold price went up. Okay, so the gold was at 4,400 when this happened, and now it's back up to 4,770. Okay, this is the cash market level, yeah. All right, so take note of that. So there seems to be still a lot of room for the dollar to go down. So that's why gold to go up is a very high chance. Okay, so that is the one thing to note. Now, the Federal Reserve will have the meeting in about 15 days' time. And now it's 100% the market expecting no rate cut, but no rate hike. So the market now is pretty confident that there'll be no movement on the 29th of April this month. Yeah, nothing to expect to happen. Then after that, in May, we have the transition between Jerome Powell and his next person coming in. And the market is expecting a rate cut, but it's very low number, only 1.6%. So compared to 98.4%, they expect nothing to happen. Only in July, maybe we may have a cut, maybe. Now, this number was much higher back then. So that means, again, the market is kind of telling you that no matter how the next few months until July, there'll be no rate cut. Now, if there's no rate cut, the question is this: there'll be no stimulation. No stimulation, then how am I going to expect the market to go up? And that's a key point. So with inflation ongoing and no stimulation coming in, there will be a long pull period. And that's where I did say to some of you during the talk last Sunday that be careful of May and June period. The market may come down. The stock market may come down in May or June period. So be very, very careful on this. Now, economic front, what we have today is that this week we have the PPI expected to be flat 1.2%, and then crude oil inventory should be slightly higher. Now, Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index is expected to be lower, and initial jobless claim is also expected to be lower. Right, so this week is kind of flat week. All right, so a lot of the eyeball will be on the current situation in Iran. Okay, so there's a lot of fundamental that I covered today, so make sure that you do some of your research. Okay, let's go to the technical now, which you are waiting for, right? Okay, technical. Wait, hold on a minute, let the computer come in. Okay. Okay, so gold price has now hit 4772. Okay, so it went correct. I didn't know that because I was talking to you guys before I started my Zoom. It was 476162. So now I just realized that it went up. So let me take some profit first. Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, I thought the cash market and the futures was a bit off. Okay, let me see my position. Oh, not bad. Make some good money for some breakfast this morning. Okay, done. Okay, this is a typical sound of MT4, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's talk about gold first this morning. Now, gold this morning is an absolute buy. Why? Few reasons. Number one, the first reason you should know very clearly is that it's above OP. Now, guys, I say this many times that above OP is always a buy. Our CRAZII Core EA is also following this morning, and we make money with the CRAZII Core EA. All right, it will start officially on the 16th of April. So if you want to join, please contact Disha. She will be there to assist you. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, look at the pivot one. This is where I love it. I already told you many times before, never fight the pivot. When the market is above OP, above pivot one, it's always a buy. And it's a classic buy signal. Okay, and the KSI was green. The KCX was black. So again, affirmatively, it's a good buy. Okay, it's a good buy. All right. Now, the thing is this, look at it. Yesterday, I told you, right, gold must stay above MA30, 4707, all right? It's 4706, I think. So as long gold stays above OP and it's above the MA30, MA30 is a short-term, very important short-term moving average. And if the market can stay above OP, it's definitely a buy based on MA30. So again, this was a buy reason. So we have the above OP, above pivot one, and above the MA30. Then, of course, subsequently, we have the KSI, KCX bullish, and a market above MLP. So all these add together, bang, today is a buy on gold. Now, the only thing that you must take note, everyone take note, is the KCB here. The KCB was traded this morning, right, when we give you the buy signal. The KCB, hold on. Okay, waiting for it to come out. 4767. Okay, now everybody take note of this number. This KCB is 4767, and why have it turned from blue to become purple? It's because now the market has traded the KCB, so the color was from blue turned to purple or violet color. So when that happens, means that the KCB is done, but it becomes a strong resistance come support. If the market now cannot stay above 4767, there will be pullback. So that's why when you see KCB, it's a happy and sad at the same time. If it goes to the KCB, you take profit, right? Correct. But you shouldn't chase it unless you're very confident that it will climb above it. So if it stays below 4767, gold will pull back. But if we stay above 4767, then guys, prepare your champagne, because there is a possibility that gold will go up to 5005. Yes. Oh my God. KEL, are you serious? From the current gold price now, you expect gold price to go all the way up to 5005? Are you crazy? I say I'm not crazy. I'm just telling you the fact and figures. Just like when the price of gold was coming down back then, smashing down all the way, I told you KCX tell us that we are near a bottom, right? And next day, the gold collapsed down. All the stocks was being triggered. And I told you guys, if you dare to buy some gold, buy there. don't need to be afraid if you don't mind buying for long term. And look at the gold. The gold rebounded almost $250 from the low. And then after that, the next few days, it went sideways. But because of the KCX is available, I told you the first time you see a yellow candle, it's a buy. And at the time, it was a stacked diamond because the KSI also flipped from a sell to a buy. KCX also from a sell to a buy. So it was a very strong pattern over here to call for a buy. And then now there's a stacked diamond. You need to put in the line, right? The white line, right? You're supposed to do it as a trader with CRAZII. So you put in the white line. Okay. And you lift it up. You put it there. And now you understand why. So that was the reason why yesterday I was very confident that gold will go up because it broke the diamond line. So breaking the diamond line give us the very strong reason to buy into gold yesterday. So if you have forgotten how to use my indicator, then it's time to come into crazi.com and then learn from us. Okay. All right. So guys, 5005 is my target. I don't know when it will hit. It may take a few days. The market collapsed from 5005. The downwards took only 2 days. So going up may take some time, but eventually it will still be there. Okay. So hopefully you make some good money from here. 5005. Okay. So that is gold. Let's look at the Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin, I told you I'm very bullish. I am very bullish on Bitcoin. And even though yesterday we have Bitcoin coming down initially, but then market come back up again. Okay, so the thing is this, you know, on screen, this is a hybrid, right? Whereby the KSI and the KCX become together. Now, this is error. This is not hybrid, it's an error. So what must you do? You just have to go to your timeline. Okay, just change the time from day chart to 5 minutes, then from 5 minutes back to day chart. But of course, you must let the data come in first. Let it stabilize. Then you switch over. Then this thing will happen. So wait for a while. Okay, switch already. Go back to the day chart. Yeah, but you see the two buttons are being pressed down. Okay, so that means that there's a little bit of issue on the chart. So wait for a while until the data set in. You see, I can't move my data anymore. Okay, I just wait for a while. Now, Bitcoin, we all know that Michael Saylor bought in another $1 billion worth for Bitcoin last few days at an average price of 71,000. Okay, his average price right now, if I'm not wrong, is about 76,000. Sorry, it's more than that. Yeah, about 76,000, 77,000. So it's still below water for all his buy position. But the more he buy, the lesser available there is in the market. So this is getting very, very interesting. Okay. All right. He says that he had more than $20 billion, and we did the mathematics. Now, if Michael Saylor really buy the remaining Bitcoin at its current price right now, his capital is enough to buy all the Bitcoin. But he's not going to buy it immediately. He buy it in stages. He also not stupid because he do pay interest on that. So we can understand what he's trying to do. But if he corners the market itself, right, that could be very interesting. Yeah. Okay, just hang on a while. I'm trying to get the data in for day chart, but it just kind of hang there. Okay, done. Okay, so this is the Bitcoin day chart. Now, everyone take a look. Now, we have the same thing. Do you notice that? Yes, we have the stacked diamond here, where you put the line. And when line comes in, it actually now combo with the MA30. So that gives you a very strong buy signal. The KSI, obviously, you can see there's a rising green. So that means the market is buying. So Bitcoin, where can it go? Bitcoin can go higher. The next KCB that's available is 76,237. I repeat, if Bitcoin can stay above today's pivot point of 73,900, there's a very high chance that we will see Bitcoin going all the way up to the next target. All right, with 76,237. Okay. Now, it's not because that I'm buying Bitcoin and calling it buy, but it's something that we all know that the US market had to just prop it up and let the whole market feel happy because you have the Congress there bucking on him. He has to do something with it. So I think the market is going to go for this number since there is a potential of a lot of short sellers in the market, right? So there's a very high chance the market will go towards this high to trip the stop loss of the short sellers. Hence, therefore, I think the market will go there. So if Bitcoin goes there, does it mean gold will go there? Well, it's not 100%, but we do see that there is some similarities on gold and Bitcoin. So this one, you can also take it as a form of reference. Okay, so we have Bitcoin, we have gold. Let's look at the Dow Jones. Now, Dow Jones yesterday had rallied quite a fair bit. It gapped down in the morning and then closed at the high. Okay, so this is a very strong move. So basically, based on that right now, I kind of suspect that the Dow will go be testing this number. Okay, hold on. Now, when you see your KCX, your KCB have two sets here, two on top, two below, that is because your data is kind of like corrupted in a way, or there's too much data transfusion. So what must you do? First, very simple. All right, now you do this. If you refresh this, it doesn't work because the data comes from us, not from AIMS. So what we need to do is this: change again the time frame from 5 minutes to day chart later on. So 5 minutes first, let the data swarm in, recalibrate, wait for a while, be patient, do not touch anything until you can see the chart can be moved down. When your chart can be moved on the y-axis, you can go back to your day chart and you press on it and you wait for a while. And yes, you can see now the KCB is on top already, right? The one at the bottom, no more. Okay, so it's very important, yeah? Okay, so the thing is this right now, the opening price is for Dow Jones is 48,219. The highest upside it can go is slightly at 48,706. So the upside is 600 points from where, 500 points from where we are now, yeah? 500 points. So today, the pivot one is also at the bottom. So as long as the market stays above OP, it's a buy. And also it's above MLP, it's above MA200, interesting, and above MA30. So the MA200 now has started to go above the MA30. So usually when this happens, right, it's kind of in a way, not the most bullish market, but it's just that the momentum itself will be there. Because usually what you must see is the lower moving average is higher than the lower moving average. But when you see the other way around with the higher moving average on top of lower moving average, right, this type of bull is not a real bull. It's just a temporary correctional bull. Unless the market climbs and the MA30 surpass the MA200, then that will be a very strong bull. Understand? If all understand, press number 1 right now. If you don't understand what I say, don't worry. We will monitor this. Next time you will understand how to do that. Yeah? Okay. So now the thing is this, I must say up front, as long as the Dow stays above OP, I have no problem. But if the Dow breaks below pivot 1 today, then there will be selling. And I still think that the market is still not out of the woods yet. I still believe that the market needs some time to really be out of the woods this time. So if the market do pull back down, the MA200 will be a very, very important support. The market cannot lose this number. If the market loses this number, the selling will definitely kick in again. But at the moment now, from where we are, and the MA200, we're almost like 400 points away, 500 points in fact. So no need to worry, just hang on, wait for a while, and let the market decide, okay? 48706 is still my personal target. I was long yesterday, but today I already taken out the position. I want to concentrate more on gold today, yeah? Okay, so that is gold. Bitcoin is moving up. Congratulations. Okay, last one is the 5% rule. I want to show you something to you. Everyone take a look. Now, this is the gold 5% rule chart, okay, that I use it for CMC or PTP. So everyone take a look and understand where I'm coming from, yeah? Okay, so from the highest point of 5598, the gold price come down, hit 80%. Now, 80% is the bear territory. And when the market hit the bear territory, almost instantly it rebounded. And when it shoot up back itself, right, it hit the 95% rather accurately. Okay, so now during the fight between Iran, gold price plunged below the 80%. That's why you have a very strong long tail that sell down because all the robots, the bots, the quants, the what they call programming, bam, 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 they just sell gold all the way because it's below 80%. That is a typical hallmark of a bear market. Okay, so now the thing is this. I want everybody to do me a favor. Now, if the market basically has this particular length, which is like, you look down here, okay, the distance over here is 1 box, 2 box, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's about 5.5 boxes. Okay, so now look at it again. 1 box, 2 box, 3 box, 4 box, 5 box, 5.5. So if the market is to take this long tail as a reversal. That means the distance from here is the reversal is somewhere around here, right? So which means that there is a very high chance that gold will go all the way back to this KCB. And this KCB for gold, everyone take down, this is going to be a one hell big trip here. Okay, hold on, let me just see myself in the right angle. 5005. Hey, same number. Exactly. That is a 5005 that we mentioned earlier. So now you understand why am I adamantly quite confident that gold will go back to 5005, because we have the fundamental, we have the technical, we have the 5% rule, and we have the candle. So this few things add together itself give me the absolute confidence that gold, if we can maintain above 4770, we're going to see gold going back up. All right. So now the gold has started to stay above this. Has started to stay above here. Yeah. Hold on a minute. Yeah. There's people calling. Yeah. Okay. So if gold can go up, right, gold will stay up, and probably it will do this. It will not be like, so fast, but it will move slowly but steadily achieve the target here, which is 5005. Okay, somewhere here. Okay, 5005. So guys, take this piece of take your camera or your whatever you have, screenshot this. All right, and then remember what I said today. And of course, I wish you all the best. Remember, it will not be a immediate fly up. It may take some time. They may take 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 8 days, because it's $200. But my thing is this: it should be going up. All right, okay. So this is my personal view on this. Okay, so that it will be all for today's sharing. I hope you like this session today. I think it's a blockbuster one. I think if you're late, no worry. Watch out for the replay in subtitle form shortly. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye. Bye, Daniel.